Well, I think if one thinks of a significant, outstanding Eureka moment, there is no doubt in my mind that it was when Rod Saunders heard a vowel sound, and that triggered my understanding of how the speech signal is broken down, and that led to, I believe, really all of our speech coding and processing developments. That moment was very special. It was so special that I did what I've only done once before. I went into a next door laboratory and I burst into tears of joy, because I knew then that that was the major breakthrough, and I believed there that we would then bring about speech understanding this way, and it's proved to be the case. The pressure really was on about getting this breakthrough. I was running out of money. I had applied to the Commonwealth. If we hadn't found a way of coding speech to give Australia a head start on all the opposition, we would have had no more money. I then heard the good news. The government was going to give us the money to develop this commercially. And that was very important, because we had to prove and develop a speech code that actually would give running speech to individuals. Because without that knowledge, without that data, industry wouldn't really have been able to take the ball and run with it. The whole collaboration between university and industry was vital, and I think it was almost a unique development, that a model for how universities and industry should work together. It's not enough to implant, it's not enough to switch it on. There's a whole period of time when you've got to work out just how best to connect all those electrodes into the nervous system so that you can put it all together as a speech signal. And then you've got to get used to training the person in using these new signals. Now, the education or the analysis of the signals is really the responsibility in our clinic here, which is a joint clinic, and very important to do that, is to, one, have an audiologist to work with the surgeon, and two, a speech pathologist, and even have the engineers available to keep an eye on what's happening. And that's where Cochlear do a great job with their care centres too. And they are moving from just the hospital audiology context to taking these care centres to the community so people don't have to travel. Now, if someone loses their hearing either gradually or suddenly, it's really devastating for most people. And I would say to someone wanting advice to go to a special clinic like they have at the Royal Victoria and Albert Einstein Hospital, and see for yourself just what the benefits are for adults or children, and then discuss it with your professional. Sometimes we hear too much. Sometimes I think it's better to be silent, but in general, I would make one comment. When I have run international meetings in Melbourne and had people from all walks of life and countries from countries that are in war and fighting and in conflict. They all work in harmony. So my feeling is there should be more cochlear implant surgeons and audiologists, and then the world would be a better place.